I normally do not like to come at somebody from the front like this. I like to leave people's names out of my mouth, you know. But if I do mention your name, I'm going to mention your name not in a way to disparage you, but in a way to hopefully educate you and in a way to hopefully to get you to change your mind, right? This is Big Hawk, Yonkers native. He's a black American man, still living in New York City. He's reporting on the ongoing crime in New York City, the migrants, and all this other stuff. I feel sorry for him because he's still there. I do. I really wish he could get some money and leave. He's probably trapped. He probably can't leave. Let me say this. He has this video. I'm a public safety officer and I'm seeing a lot of biased attitudes from black Americans. And I listened to just a couple of minutes of it. And I was determined that I wasn't going to finish it because, quite frankly, it was just pretty much bullshit. It literally was. While I can understand that if nobody's doing anything to you, nobody should be bothering you, nobody should say anything to you, the first thing that he comes out of his mouth is he goes to his local park or whatever and he says that white people are in the park with their family or whatever, and he says he hears some black people say, look at these crackers, why are they in our neighborhood, whatever. And he made a 39-minute video, which I'm not going to watch. Attitudes. You want to know why some black people have those attitudes? I'm born and raised in New York City, and I'm pretty sure he is too. Born and raised. Brother, did you forget something called gentrification in New York City? Did you forget that? He's born. I can tell he's born and raised. Did you forget? He still lives in New York City. Did you forget gentrification, brother? Who did it, and who did they do it to? Come on, a dude that looks just like you. Come on now, come on now. Like, and I left him a comment. You know, your problem is you're one of those black people that want to love everybody. I'm not telling you to hate everybody. What I'm telling you is that everybody don't love you. Everybody don't love us. And their actions show it. And I just had to listen to Malcolm X. I grew up in a Jehovah's Witness house. But I always have listened to the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, Minister Farrakhan, a lot of Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Khalid Muhammad, because you know the biggest thing that I liked about their message. You want to know what the biggest thing I liked about the Nation of Islam message is that black people need to work it out. Right? Sister Shahrazad Ali, black people need to work it out. I know it's hard for us to love each other, but black people need to work it out. I've always liked that message. And, you know, the black man is God and all that other good shit. But, brother, you are forgetting about gentrification and you live in New York City. You are forgetting about all these migrants that are in New York City and who brought them here. Let's just be honest for 1 minute. Let's just be honest for 1 minute. Who brought them here, brother? This is an easy question. You know, it's like I'm talking to him. I'm not talking to him, but any one of you, if you want to answer the question before I say it, who brought the migrants here? It was the Biden administration. Biden is a white man, and he is a white liberal. I just had to sit here and watch a Malcolm X video that I haven't seen in a long time where he's talking about these loving, wonderful white liberals. They will never call you the N-word. Oh, no. We are for equality. We are for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you don't hear all these migrants going to Martha's Vineyard, do you? You don't hear these migrants going to Kenny Bunkport. Remember all the Kennedys, Kenny Bunkport, I think that's where they are. Hyannisport, I'm sorry. You don't see them busing the migrants over in the good white areas. You see them busing the migrants where there's black people, right? But the liberals, these good white liberals that you want to stick up for, they don't love you, brother. And something just occurred to me today. Because like he says, the white liberal and the white conservative, they're pretty much on the same team. They think differently, but they're pretty much playing for team white supremacy. Because when you think about it, I thought about this today. Well, let me just say this. When they hopped the fence, the white liberal allowed them to, through Kamala, who was the border czar. There was never at the border, right? She allowed them to hop the fence. And then the white conservative governors, they bust them over to New York City and New York State. So they're both not your friend. They both don't give a shit about you. And going back to what I was saying, how the white liberal who is going real hard right now, white guys for Kamala, white women for Kamala, why are they going so hard for Kamala? You want to know why? Y'all want to answer this before I answer it for you? I'll give you a couple of seconds. It's real simple. Because their people are getting tangibles from this administration, and we are not. We are the only group that hasn't got anything done specifically for us. Right? If they give these migrants 2 years free rent, who would undoubtedly be the biggest landlords in America that is receiving this money? It would be white people. So these people don't care about all these migrants, because guess what? All these white landlords, they're going to get paid for this shit. This hotel in New York City, I can't remember the name. It was a luxury hotel that they've been having the migrants in there. And what did they say? The owner of that hotel is getting, what did they say? Something ridiculous. $1 million a day. I don't know the race of this person, but I wouldn't be surprised it's white. He's white or she's white. I would not be surprised. White people are getting all this money, all this tangibles. When they're receiving all this cash, the credit card companies, they're getting these fees to give them, for them to receive their $1,000 a week on the debit card. Everybody else is getting paid under this Biden administration. These illegals are getting loans to start businesses. And who's administering these loans? Who works for the FBA? I wouldn't even be surprised. Small Business Administration or any one of these other federal jobs, I'm probably sure they're being populated by white employees primarily. So at the end of the day, brother, you don't have to call me the N-word by calling me the N-word. You're sitting here. Don't you know these people have been arguing with me because I'm the N-word that got away? I really am. I'm the N-word that got away. Oh, we got a one that's thinking for himself, right? We got one that's thinking for himself. He said he's not going to vote for Trump or Kamala because they don't have a plan specifically for black people. Yes, I've been saying that. You're crazy. So why don't you want to vote for Obama? For Kamala? Same thing, Obama. Kamala Obama. Why don't you want to vote for her? Orange man is bad. It doesn't matter that he's bad if he really is bad. I don't even care about shit like that. Both parties ain't got. Both parties are two different sides of the same coin. Both parties are, in my estimation, it's beginning to look like money laundering is going on both sides. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hell, even your girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she asked a simple question. She wanted a full accounting of all the money that's going to Ukraine. And they said she was crazy. She's crazy. Why does Ukraine need to give America a full accounting of all these billions of dollars that we're sending? She's crazy. Because some of that shit is money laundering. Some of that shit is money laundering. And we're not getting a dime of it, Mr. Big Hog, Yonkers native. I don't care. Once again, a lot of your New York, Bronx, or I'm sorry, New York City residents, if they say underneath their breath, oh, these damn crackers in our parks again, I'm not going to say that that's a great thing. But once again, they feel this way for a reason, because their neighborhoods have been gentrified by white people. And now, you black, foundational black Americans over in New York City, I was born and raised in New York City, your ass is being pushed out by Venezuelans. You are. You are. And you have the nerve to worry about black people using bad language against white people, bro. Everybody don't love you. Everybody don't love us. Everybody else is getting tangibles from the government except us. We are being replaced, and you're worrying about words. Like I told this guy, you are what? You are very lost and confused, sir. And I hope that you wake up. I really do.